Hey guys, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm on my lunch break at work as I'm filming this, and I'm just kind of hanging out in my car on my break with the windows down. Hopefully nobody walks by, but it's kind of raining outside, so I doubt it. But anyway, it'll look kind of weird if I'm just talking to a camera and somebody walks right by my window. But whatever. I have decided to do the rapid fire book tag today. I've just felt motivated to film, and why not take advantage of this time that I have to film a booktube video. So I was tagged by Serenity Dawn over at The Story to do this several weeks ago, and I'm just now getting around to it. So the design of the rapid fire book tag is to answer these questions as soon as possible. So what I did was I answered most of these questions already in my notes down here, but I promise you guys that I decided on the answer like super quick. Like I went with my first instinct, which is really hard for me because I can be very indecisive. But the original tag was done by Girl Reading, and I will link the original tag as well as the Stories channel down below if you're interested in checking them out. So let's just get into the rapid fire book tag. First question, ebook or physical book? Physical book all the way, for sure, no question. Paperback or hardback? Definitely paperback. Number 3, online or in-store book shopping? Definitely in-store would be my first instinct, but I'm getting to the point where I really enjoy shopping for books online too. I don't know, I love going to a store, physically picking up a book and then putting it in a bag and just taking it home with me right then. And I love supporting like brick and mortar bookstores. However, you can find books a lot cheaper online usually, and book mail is always fun. But I'm gonna go with in-store shopping if I had to pick one. Number 4, trilogies or series? I don't really care that much, but I will choose trilogies just because they're quicker to get through, but it depends on the series. Number 5, heroes or villains? Again, if I had to pick, it would be heroes. I like a good villain if I can sympathize with them or empathize with them, and I like a good complex villain, but if I had to pick, it would be heroes. Number 6, a book you want everyone to read, and this is my gut answer at the time that I wrote this down. I put A Monster Calls. So, and I feel like that would probably be the same answer I would have if like, because at the time that I wrote this down, it was like a couple days ago. I would probably say A Monster Calls. It's short, it's sweet, it's got fantastic writing, and I feel like it would appeal to people who like different types of genres. So I would definitely say A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Next question is to recommend an underrated book, and I picked Wolf by Ryan Groudon. Now, this book is not really underrated in my opinion, because I feel like if you've, like a lot of the people who've read this book on BookTube rave about it. I think it's more underread than underrated. So if you have not read Wolf by Wolf, you have to. It's an amazing duology. The second book is called Blood for Blood. You absolutely have to read it. Next question is the last book you finished, and the last book I finished was Esperanza Rising by Pam Munoz Ryan. Little grade book, gave it 5 stars. It was a reread from my childhood, and it was just A+, fantastic. The last book that I bought was It by Stephen King, the giant book called It. I bought the white paperback. I'll show you a picture right here. It's my favorite edition of all the ones that I've seen. Next question is the weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark, and I don't really use anything to mark my place in books besides actual bookmarks. I mean, I'm a librarian, so there's no shortage of bookmarks just anywhere in my general vicinity, because I have them at home. They're constantly just everywhere at work, so I pretty much always use a bookmark. But I'm also pretty sure that I've used a pillow before as a bookmark. Like this little small pillow that I have in my library at home. I feel like that's the weirdest thing, but other than that, I pretty much use regular bookmarks. Next question is used books. Yes or no? Yes. 1,000 times yes. I do like my books to look nice, so I will go for gently used if possible, but I'm all about a used book to save money. Top 3 favorite genres. Honestly, I can't think of a top 3 for genres. I just can't. I like fantasy. That would be my first instinct, is to say that first. But right now in my life, I'm reading so many different kinds of books that it's hard to pinpoint a specific genre that I'm really, really enjoying. I thought maybe saying like literary fiction, but that's so broad. Like, I honestly like don't even know if that really should be considered a genre or not, because it's like, what is it really? I'll have to do more research on that. But if I had to pick some right now, I would do fantasy, like literary fiction, and thriller, maybe, if I had to pick one. But like right now, I'm just not in the mood for a thriller. I'm kind of defeating the purpose of this book tag right now by not like answering these in rapid fire, but fantasy is really the only genre that I can think of right now for a top 3. Next question is borrow or buy, and I physically cannot answer this question. I cannot decide, because I love owning my own books, but I work at a library and I love borrowing books too. I'm not going to answer that one. You can't make me. Next question is characters or plot, and right now, if I had to choose, I would probably pick characters, which is a big deal for me because I've always considered myself to be a plot-driven reader. But the past several books that I have read, I'm more motivated to read these books because of the characters more so than the plot, which, like I said, it's really weird for me, but it's just the truth right now. Next question is long or short chapters. I would go for short chapters for sure. And the next question is long or short books, and I would go with long books, because if you have a long book with short chapters, it doesn't feel so long. The next question is name the first 3 books you can think of. A Monster Calls, The Giver, and Holes. Monster Call, The Giver, and Holes. They're all like middle grade. Well, A Monster Calls is kind of young adult, I guess. Anyway. Next question is the books that make you laugh or cry, and I'm going to say laugh right now in the moment. I would like a funny book. Next question is our world or fictional worlds, and always fictional worlds, always. Audiobooks, yes or no? Always yes. I adore audiobooks, and I think everyone should at least give them a try, especially if you have a relatively long commute to work. I used to have to drive almost an hour to work, like to and from, every day, and that is when I got into audiobooks, because it allowed me to read so much faster. So if you don't think you like audiobooks but you haven't tried it, please go try it for me. Audiobooks, always yes. Next question, do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes, I do. I honestly think that literally everyone judges books by their covers, even if they say that they don't. I just think it's a fact of life. Your eye is naturally drawn to things that you think are pretty. And so, like for instance, I was extremely drawn to this middle grade book recently, a couple days ago. It's called The Gallery, and I can't remember the name of the author right now, but it's an absolutely stunning cover. I'll put a picture of it right here. I have no idea what it's about, but guess what? I added it to my TBR because it has a beautiful cover. So yeah, I do judge books by their covers, and I'm betting you do too. Don't lie. Next question, book to movie or book to TV adaptations? So I've seen more book to movie adaptations than TV adaptations, but if I had my way, I think that all book adaptations should be television adaptations. So I'm picking the TV adaptations because you can generally devote more time and more detail to the story, so I'm picking TV. Next question is a movie/TV show you preferred to its book. And I forgot to write down an answer to this. Ooh, this is hard. Well, I recently read Holes by Louis Sachar, and I think I like the movie more so than the book, but that's hard because the book was like, and the movie was like word for word from the book. So I guess my first instinct would be to go for Holes, but I don't know. Nothing else is coming to mind. I don't know. If I think of anything else, I'll put a picture of it right here. So I would say this if I had to pick one more. I think that's cheating. Oh well. Last question is series or standalones. And right now, or at least most of this year, honestly, I've kind of been like in a standalone phase. So I'm going to say standalones for now. Although if you would have asked me that same question a couple years ago, I would have said series for sure. So I feel like that was kind of long, but that was the rapid fire book tag. So thank you to Serenity for tagging me. I'll tag a couple of people down below. I know this tag is not old, but it's been around for a little while, so I don't know who else has done it. So if you would like to do this tag, please go ahead and do it. Consider yourself tagged by me. But I'll go through and actually tag a couple of people down below, so check that out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this informal kind of like vlog style book tag. I was just bored on my lunch break and I didn't feel like reading, so I thought I'd film a video. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later.